This is really something I thought I'd gotten over, but apparently I haven't. It's come back and I want to talk about it. Hi friends, it is Sam and I want to talk to you today about my ears. Yes, my ears. They're probably something you've already noticed, but maybe, like many people, they're not something that you felt the need to talk about. But like a select few in my life, some of you have made comments about them. Nothing negative, but it has brought it all back for me, brought it all back to the surface. So I thought in this video I'd talk about my ears and how they're different from other people's ears and how that's affected me in my life, because apparently it's a thing and it continues to affect me in my life. Otherwise I wouldn't be making this video. But having hopped on the body positivity train recently and starting to feel some of those negative emotions I used to feel about my ears, I thought that I'd put it to bed. So like I said, I have had some comments recently about my ears and they've been complimentary. I've had someone say that my ears are cute, and I had someone say that my ears make me look magical. Those are very nice things to say. I can't fault these people for saying those things because they're positive. And initially, the comments made me feel positive. I've never really had someone compliment me on my ears before. It's always been a negative thing. But as the comments sank in, the doubt crept in. I wondered if these people were secretly making fun of me, like people used to make fun of me in school. I started to feel paranoid that people were noticing my ears and thinking I looked weird or bad. And I didn't particularly like the feeling. Nothing against anyone who's made comments about my ears before. Thank you for your compliments. But this is all part of my history and my conditioning, and you couldn't have known, but it's there and it happened. Growing up, I never really noticed that my ears were different from anyone else's. I never really noticed things about people's appearance, to be honest. To me, people were people. If you looked a certain way, fine, you're still a person that I can play in a sandbox with. I was a child and I didn't think about appearance because, let's be honest, we were all watching Disney cartoons at that point, and Cartoon Network and whatever, and the cartoons on those shows looked nothing like real people, so we didn't care how real people looked. But at the beginning of primary school and in nursery, I was under the impression that I was hella cute. I thought I was adorable, because there was nothing wrong with me. I was adorable. But in the later years of primary school, people tended to disagree. I would say it was like years 5 and 6, so I was 9 to 11 years old for that chunk of time, that I was bullied in primary school. And I wasn't like heavily bullied. I had friends and I was a happy child. Like my childhood was good, but I was bullied. I was told my teeth were yellow, which they are because I brushed too hard as a kid and they've always been yellow because of that. I was told I had a weird patch of darker skin on my leg, which I do because skin does that on some people and it's fine. And I was bullied about my ears. Now this is the thing that really stuck with me, because that was when I started to notice that my ears did not stick to the side of my head like a normal person's ears. And there was this one boy in particular that I argued with on the reg, and he often pointed out the strangeness and sticky outness of my ears. And one day in class in year 6, I was seated across from this boy and we were kicking each other because we didn't like each other and we wanted each other to know it. But then when listening to the teacher time was over and it was time to work, this boy started saying mean things to me and telling me my ears were stupid, I guess, I can't remember. But one term I do remember him using was Gollum ears. I mean, we're not judging on appearance, but Gollum's kind of ugly. We can't deny that. So that really upset me. I mean, I was also compared to Dumbo the elephant and Dopey from Snow White, which hurt at the time, because I have mentioned before that I watched Dumbo around that time, and this little kid in the Dumbo cartoon was like pulling on Dumbo's ears, and it hit really close to home. But Dopey as well. But if you look at those two characters, they are adorable and they're heroes and they're pure. I threw out a quick poll on Twitter to see who the most popular dwarf is in Snow White. And at the current time, it's 50-50 between Dopey and Grumpy. So, a study shows Dopey is beloved among the people. However, Gollum ears stuck with me. I went home that night and I sat in a corner. I remember the corner well. It was in the dining room. That was where our computer was at that point, and I was like playing SimCity, and I just started crying in the corner, and my mum came over like, "What's up, Sam? What's wrong?" And I told her about this boy who was bullying me and called me Gollum ears. So the next day, my mum came into school with me, and we sat in a meeting with the head teacher and this boy, and my mum and the head teacher kind of bore down on him and made him cry about bullying me, and he had to apologise to me. And that was the matter solved. We never really spoke to each other again, and yay anti-bullying, but his comments stuck with me nonetheless. So I went into secondary school still feeling very self-conscious about my ears. At that point, my sister hadn't trained to be a fabulous hairdresser yet, and I was getting haircuts from my mum, and I'd ask for really dumb haircuts, parted in the middle so that I could blow it out and have like a round helmet-shaped hairstyle to cover my ears. So I was sort of cutting off my nose to spite my face at this point, or rather cutting off my ears to spite my face, because those haircuts looked so dumb. Oh my god, I asked for the dumbest haircut so that I could conceal my ears. I had like step layers when my hair was longer so that I still had that extra layer of hair to cover my ears. And I'd put my hair in bunches so that a bit of hair went over my ears and pin them back. I remember at one point during secondary school, I was walking home with a friend and she stopped me in the middle of the street and she went, "Sam, your ear." And she positioned my hair so that it covered my ear because my ear was sticking out of my hair. And at the time, like, we believed that was the right thing to do. And I was super grateful to her. I was like, "Thank you. Thank you for concealing this monstrosity, this hideous thing on the side of my head. Thank you for putting it away." Because God knows I'd walk down the street and people would look at me and be appalled that my ear was sticking out of my hair. How dare you, Sam? But looking back now, I really wish I'd have told her that she was out of line. Like, yeah, what about my ear? What's wrong with it? Why can't it stick out of my hair? It's the ear genetics gave me. My father has these ears. My grandmother has these ears. My father has no hair. Are you going to tell him to put his ears away? Put a beanie on maybe? Oh my god, who are you to tell me that my ear can't stick out of my hair? But I didn't, because in my head she was doing me a favour. At several points, my mum offered to take me to hospital and have my ears pinned back, which didn't sound very nice. I'm going to be honest, I was picturing like staple guns sticking my ears back. And there was actually someone in my secondary school that had had it done. And you wouldn't know any different. But the idea never really sat right with me. Several times I was very tempted to take her up on it. But come either 16 or 18, I can't remember which age, it was no longer free on the NHS because I wasn't a child anymore. So the option dwindled away. And I'm glad. In sixth form, I continued to have stupid haircuts. My straighteners were my best friend. I just curved my hair over my ears. I was living my best earless life. But then post sixth form, I was tired. I was sick of hating my ears. I was sick of hiding my ears. So, by this point, my sister was a qualified hairdresser. I came to her, I was like, this ponytail, cut it off. So I kept like a bit of length on this side so that I could still have my comfort blanket over at least one of my ears, but it was very short on the other side. And there was no way in hell I was concealing one of my ears. There would always be an ear on show, and I had to deal with it. And I loved that haircut. I was so happy when she cut all my hair off. I was amazed, and I couldn't believe I hadn't done it sooner. I was living the dream. I did not care that my ears were out, and I felt amazing. All my shame at having my ears on display dissolved and disappeared with my hair. But the time obviously came when I wanted to grow it back out. So I kept the sort of undercut on one side as it grew out so that I could continue to keep my ears on display and not have a choice, because I was really scared that I'd go back to self-hatred and trying to hide my ears and getting stupid haircuts to hide my ears and looking like even more of a moron than I would have if I just put my hair in a bloody ponytail and kept my ears out. So I grew my hair out and I continued to tuck my hair behind my ears, wear my hair in a ponytail, like live the dream, not care about my ears. I mean, I was still worried about chins and my teeth, and I didn't particularly like my nose, but body positivity hadn't come into my life and saved me yet. And I'm a human being who is self-critical, as everyone is. But was I concerned about my ears? No, I was not. I look at the comments on my ears and I need to tell myself not to feel those feelings I used to feel when people point out my ears, because they're no longer negative comments, because I am selling my ears. I'm no longer hiding them. I'm no longer apologizing for them and thanking people for hiding them for me. I'm no longer wearing beanies to cover them. I'm no longer wearing stupid bunchies that pull them back and quite frankly hurt them by the end of the day. And I'm unapologetic for them. And I think that's why people are so positive about them, because I have never pointed them out and been like, look how stupid I look. Don't I look like Dopey from Snow White? No. Yes, I might look like Dopey from Snow White, but he's cute as f***. So I think the whole point of this video is to embrace your imperfections. My ears aren't perfect. They're actually quite small. I always thought they were big because they stuck out and they were quite a prominent part of my appearance, but they're not. They're actually quite small. They don't listen very well. They're not perfect. When someone's talking behind me, do you think I can hear them with my ears pointed that way? No. But do I think I'm ugly? No. Do I think you're ugly with a big mole on your face? No. I think that you should look at the things about yourself that you don't particularly like and embrace the hell out of them. You're you, you're fabulous, you're amazing, and your appearance has nothing to do with your worth. Your personality, your morals, your values, they are what's important. I hope you enjoyed this little sob story. I am gonna say again that I had a very good childhood. I was quite happy despite the bullies and the low self-esteem, and I'm here now today in a great mood, feeling wonderful about myself, feeling the hell out of these space buns and these fluffy hoops, showing my ears to the world. I'm gonna go into town today with my ears out loud and proud. And I hope you embrace your imperfections too. I know it's a journey. It's taken me a long time, but I'm getting there. I'm not there per se, but I'm getting there. Love yourself, accept yourself. I love and accept you, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye.